Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and what else feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Reese.
I'm your host who loves when his heroes look scared in the villains, Dave Spates.
This episode is our weekly anime/manga review. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Another weekly anime review. We got a lot of anime this time.
Yes. I'm pumped for it.
Almost all of them. Once I get to
Blexorcist.
We'll have them all.
Yeah, we will. It was good. I had a lot of time to binge watch that season of Blexorcist that I missed to catch up for it. Because as you've probably can see in the video, I'm quite broken. Don't rock climb, kids. Anyways, but yeah, we have there's a whole new. Mine is what My Hero finished up this week.
Yeah, this will be our last
this is pretty much all new stuff now at this point. Dan Dan's still new in my opinion, so it's the fall lineup. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, it's all new animes. Yeah.
The One Piece manga doesn't count. It's the One Piece.
One Piece manga doesn't count, and obviously, but we got a lot to talk about, so I think we should just jump right into it. This sadly is the last time this year we'll be reviewing this show.
Yeah.
It is the last episode of My Hero Academia.
Season 7. What a season. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Phenomenal season.
Yeah, it was. This episode was awesome. It was pretty much everything you wanted it to be. Okay, correction to that. I can't remember what happened in the first half because of All Might. What happened in the first half?
Exactly. First half was nothing. It was Toga and Urabdi.
Oh, yeah. They're
pretty
sharing
much
blood.
Doing what they were doing in the episode before, but I'm pretty sure Toga's dead, so.
I'm pretty sure Toga's dead, too, which is like, that's another one of those. I love that, I like the writing. It's very neat and tidied up. It's like, and all the bad guys who turn kind of good at the end die, so that we don't ever have to see them be bad guys again. Essentially,
I guess that's a good point.
I mean, yeah, it's like, in story writing, it's I guess I don't know if it's cheap or not. It feels a little cheap to me just to kill the character after they're like, I'm finally gonna be good, but I'm not really gonna try that hard because I'm gonna be dead now.
Yeah.
So like. I don't know. One of those ones. Once again, it's Toga's storyline. I can give two shits about it. Like,
but yeah, that was like the first half, and I was like, oh man, what about where's the All Might fight? Like that's all I wanted to see, and man, it was dope. Not over
at all. It will be continued in season 8, the final season.
Sons of Guns.
What an ending to have. First off. His Iron Man suit armor shit was already cool when it went onto his body. Like, before it even did anything, I was like, this is pretty sick. And then it hit me in the heart. When he just started hitting All for One with all of the Class 1A's quirks. And it was like, oh, this is pretty friggin' sweet here. Like, that's like, damn. It just goes to show, like, how good of a teacher and, like, how good students he had that he could, like, just copy their quirks so perfectly like that into machinery and just do everything. It's pretty awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah, that's at first when he's like black whip or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, these are all the kids moves.
Yeah.
And then it took like halfway through the fight to be like, I'm using all the kids moves. I was like, yeah, I know.
We got it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You literally call out each one of the kids' names sometimes when you use it. Like,
yeah.
I did think for a second because when we whipped out Black Whip, I was like, ooh, is this gonna be like all the quirks that have like. Like died to All for One before, so I've tried to fight against. Like I was thinking it was gonna be like quirks from like his heyday, people that fought against All for One. But then it made like Black Whip, Deku has that, so like that makes more sense that way. But it's friggin' amazing. I like the America's call out there. The blonde girl, she's American. The blonde girl that built his suit for him from the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
She built, she's the daughter of his psychic. Or partner, whatever.
Night
Back in the, what?
Night-Eye?
No.
Oh, back the American psychic.
Yeah, the American psychic, from when we went to, Night-Eye was like, I think it was, he was his actual psychic. Yeah, that's right. I think this guy was more of his partner. But regardless, that was really cool to see, his movie canon come into play there, all this stuff. But yeah, that was neat, and his names for it all were pretty sick too. Like Hercules, the suit's called Hercules, right?
Either that or the car thing is called Hercules. One of the two.
That would make sense.
Because he would like say it, and then the car would do stuff.
I know. Yeah.
Like the Pinky thing was awesome.
So good.
Loved like all for One getting way younger because of it.
Yeah, I liked how much like even All for One like. I know you're just trying to slow me down, blah, 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 blah. And, like, acting like what All Might was doing wasn't working at all.
I know.
But then it cuts to the police officer. It's like, oh, All for One still heading towards the school. But his path got diverted. Yeah, because he's freaking chasing down. He's, dog with a bone there chasing down All Might. Which is so cool.
I know, like, All Might immediately called him out. He's like, the classic attack by yours, just a big, powerful attack right off the rip to, like, try to weaken your opponent. And because he thought All Might wasn't going to get in his face. And immediately All Might just ran right up to him and was like, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah,
like,
he just kept kicking him in the face over and over again.
Because he thought All Might was going to, like, try to maintain a distance. And he just got right in his face.
There's a lot of points in this episode, too, where it was like, at the top there, I talked about it. It was like, All Might was way scarier looking than All for One has, like, almost ever been right there.
Yeah,
like, there's a few scenes when he's fucked up and, like, yelling at him. I was like, geez.
When he's laughing hysterically at the end after his, like, suit's, like, all freaking out. Like, everything. Did love his suit just being, like, it's, like, broken ribs, like, all this damage. All Might's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just automated movement, all that crap. I do think one of my favorite parts of the episode though was when we got the flashback to when he was a kid, with his master. Nana Shimura, the float user of All for One for All, and I don't know. We'd seen parts of that scene before, but you never saw All Might's face, and just one of those, like, I don't know, a cool kid who lost everything and then decided that he wanted to make the world way better because of it. So I was like, you really are the best hero, dude. I know Deku will be the best hero eventually, but, like, he's the best hero. We'll see. I don't know the ending. I know.
But I did like that scene too. I always love it. It just cuts to, like, the city just destroyed.
Yeah.
It's just like, they're so cool.
They are so
so
awesome.
cool.
He's the best.
He's definitely dead. He's so dead.
I mean, Night Eye called it out, so we'll see. Although
they referenced it a crap ton.
But once again, the point of that arc too was that we don't know because it's very possible to change the future now.
That's true. But then they did the thing, and that you pointed out is, like, when they showed, like, his, like, golden silhouette thing. And I know that was only for Deku to be like, oh, he's fighting. But it was like right when they showed it, I was like, oh, yeah. Because it was by itself. Yeah. And I was like, no, Davis is totally right.
There's probably a chance he dies and just pops up there.
Yeah, and then it's just going to be regular All Might in there. And Deku's going to be like, no, my master.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know what All for One's going to really do at this point. It's like, obviously this fight's going to continue. I feel like he can't really be taking too much more damage.
I really, he's about to he's like,
he looks like he's like 13.
He's like 2 hits away. Yeah, 2 hits away from being a toddler at this point, which I think I said a few episodes ago, that was the win con for All Might, pretty much.
That was, yeah.
Get him in toddler form. You can't do shit then.
Yeah, I was going to be like
Deku will smash it to pieces then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This isn't Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Daimyo. So, I don't know. I'm very pumped to see what happens. Deku and Shigaraki just in their vortex for like 5 episodes now. I'm pumped for next season. I hate that the season's over though.
Yeah, what a bunch of jerks for doing this, huh? Like, ending in the middle of an All for One All Might fight. That's what you end the season on.
Something we've been dying for since season 4 is when they last met up like that. So I don't know. It's something. We'll see. Next season though, can't wait.
Yeah, it was a great season. Definitely anime of the year. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we ranking this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. 9.7.
Yeah, I'd probably go like 9.6. Only because of the Toga episode.
Yeah, it was really like
that's the one that dragged me down, and I was like, this was really boring.
We're just kind of ended on that. I know that I ended on All Might fighting, but like, I kind of ended.
Yeah, it's kind of a weak way to end a season, you know. But everything else was gold.
No, everything great. Yeah. This is just a top tier anime. It just really is. Yeah. Everyone should be watching it. It's amazing.
Pumped.
But let's move on. Bye Bye My Hero.
Oh, and it will drop in 2025 too.
Yeah. They're very consistent with it too.
That's true. Yeah. All right, hit me.
All right, and now I'm going to say this is going to take the first spot when My Hero leaves.
Okay.
Dan to Dan.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Second episode came out
so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Shangra-La Frontier, but
maybe Shangra-La. That's very possible. Yeah.
But Dan to Dan is already so good.
It's hilarious.
It's only gonna get so.
When the kid burst into flames, I died laughing.
Oh, I know. Isn't
that was so
great?
good.
I died laughing too. I just love when he's like, ah! And I love when she takes the talisman off, and he walks back in, and he's like, I'm not in flames, and she's like, safe.
I know. That was really just the random dumbass movements they do in the background.
Oh, they're idiots.
So funny. Oh
they're
my goodness.
So stupid. I love when she
just chucked him in the water.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, "What if I burn up fire?" She's like, "Well, I'll just throw you in the water again." Oh, I'll just throw you in the ditch again. What do you mean?
That was so good. Oh my goodness. The what was it? Was it this episode or was this last episode that I'm thinking about where he did his like little monologue there. It was like, it's okay, you don't have to be friends with me anymore. So was that this episode? Or was that last episode?
This episode, he goes on like why he like followed her, because he had like a little monologue about how he doesn't make friends, and it's nice, and she looks like a friend, blah blah blah. I loved all of that because it's just one of those funny things. He goes on this huge monologue. It's kind of sad. She's like, you can come talk to me, blah 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 blah, and he's like, bitch.
That was so good. That was so good.
He's like, don't point out my flaws.
Yeah, what are you doing over here? And she's like, what the fuck?
And they start screaming at him.
I do love that dynamic. She tries to be nice to him like that, and he's just like, she did that with the in the first episode with the spirits UFO debate. There, it's like, you dork.
Yeah.
I was like dying laughing. I love that.
So funny.
Tries to be nice. He's like, no.
Yeah, I love when she's like, I gotta go change. She goes to go change, and then he just immediately pops up in the door because he's like turbo granny.
I'm dying.
I love that. And her room is just full of posters of Ken Takatora, which is so funny. I love it. She's like, when he looks and he doesn't have his junk.
Yeah, that was good. She's like, let me see. It's like, no. Well, there's nothing there. It's the principle of the matter. That's fair. I would do the same. I would do the exact same thing if I was silky smooth down there. Mm-hmm. That's so fucking weird.
It's so weird, but it's so funny.
But then we get the high point of the episode where somehow aliens and spirits are sort of the same thing. I don't know what that's about exactly, but like, it's fun. It's cool for the show, but I'm just like, okay.
I would say
I'll believe this for the show.
I would say it's only really like this one.
This one, okay.
Like the rest of them are like they like kind of like separate more.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like,
yeah,
there's more of a separation. Like
this one was definitely more spirit than it was alien.
Yeah, but it was apparently an alien.
Okay, sure. Somehow.
Yeah, this is the only one I think it was like maybe like the writer thought it was like a good idea to like mix them two, but then you kind of get they get pretty.
They split it up pretty. Okay, I'm excited for that then because that's kind of what I want. The giant stupid sumo guy. The ridiculous design, too, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a giant robot-looking guy, and he's just like, meh, found you guys.
Yeah.
And I
Give
love
me your banana.
The banana. Those dorks just running away, too, was killing me.
The way they run away, they're just like, oh, no.
Just finding different little small structures to get under.
And then,
go ahead.
And then we get to see his transformation.
That was really cool. That actually was like, I was wondering how they were going to do it with that, too, because I know you told me there was going to be one. And I'm just like, but it's Turbo Granny. Like, that's kind of already a weird-ass spirit to curse having you. So, like, I don't know how you're going to make this cool. And they did, making his scarf, his mouth, and all that stuff. And I loved how the personality changed.
Oh, I know. What a drag.
And she was just like, don't act like that. She's like, already, she's smitten by it.
Smitten by it.
Because I'm guessing that's what Ken
like
Taka
edgy,
how he actually talks, something like that.
I imagine. I don't know.
She seems very, very overdone by that.
Yeah, but I just love it. He's like, doesn't matter if I die anyways. And it's such a cool scene. I love that scene where it, like, claps him, and then you just see all the fingers get cut off.
That was really good. And then he almost dies doing it, though, because like his body can't handle the speed of the curse.
Which is really good, like, limitation on the ability.
100%. Otherwise that form would be broken. He would have ripped through that thing. It was cool, too. Like, you know, obviously the first time he's transformed into it, and it's like, you know, per anime. Usually when you go into your full power mode there, usually like already a badass with it, but he clearly, that case in point there where he moved too fast, and also does not know how to use this like form, because one of the attacks he did, he just threw his body at like the leg of the sumo, and it eviscerated the leg, but I'm just like, yeah, you did that all with your face. Like, kinda.
That's kind of his move.
Yeah, well, maybe, okay, never mind. Maybe that is his power then. But still.
That's because she uses her mouth to bite stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Well, that destroys the point I was making, but regardless, that was pretty sick. And then do you lose in sumo if you touch the ground with your hand?
Maybe.
I guess that must be the rule, because the thing almost happened to it, and then it was like, nah, I'm more legs. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. That was I don't know. First of all, hand exploding was awesome.
Yes, it was. It was great. The animation of the show was nuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm really glad about. So what I'm glad about is they're doing like, in the beginning, like, they clearly was like cheaping out the anime. Like, they were just doing like these weird little scenes where you can see what they were doing, but you can hear what they were talking about. Yeah. And I'm like, that's fine. Save the animations for like the coolest stuff. And the like his form looks so cool.
That's true. Yeah, it is awesome. The red on around the gray background they had too. That was dope.
And I thought they were gonna animate, like, because it's in the manga, you can see her psychic ability.
Okay.
It's like a hand that's grabbing. I thought they were gonna animate it, but
they're just doing this.
they're she goes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
she does like that. Yeah,
but usually like you'll see like the psychic energy
Oh,
like hand grab. But
maybe they're waiting for a bigger thing.
maybe they are, but also it's not necessary.
Yeah.
it is not necessary because it like
You
the
can
way
tell.
they're doing it, they're nailing it like.
Yeah.
Like once again, we mentioned before the podcast, but I wish I had an anime body when she's just getting pummeled by the thing, so the wall goes in, so it's past the roof. Yeah, I was like, I wish I had an
both
anime
of our
body.
bodies would have been mulched under that concrete and that punch, but yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, I don't know, that was a cool little, that was definitely a cool bit there, smart play to do with that, and I'm pumped for next episode because pretty sure her grandma's showing up based on the preview, and his like crazy transformation that was happening. I'm like, yes. Let the grandma fight the grandma. Yeah, that's the name of the episode or something like too. It's like Granny versus Granny or some shit like that. I'm so excited for this.
That's the only thing that like I was like upset about the opening was when you're reading the manga, like you're like, oh, what's her grandmother gonna look like? Ooh, I'm so interested. What's her grandmother gonna look like? What's her grandmother gonna look like? And then when you find them, you're like, what?
She looks like super young. Like, I mean, it's anime. She looks young, and she's the one with the white hair all the way in the weird like up photo.
Yeah, she's got a baseball bat.
Baseball bat. I really
she rips cigs.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right, I'm pumped.
And refuses to believe in aliens.
I love it. Yeah. Her and this kid are gonna get along so well.
Oh, the whole crew is A+. They did a little thing I like when they walk into the house. You see the little cat. And
I did, yes, I caught that. It's like, that would
be coming up.
That'll be a thing.
That thing will be alive.
Thing. I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, but this show is this episode was very good, and that's why I like. I like how they did these first two episodes because it kind of got like. This is like that was like the beginning stuff.
Yeah,
like it's just like it's out of the way now.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Now we're gonna be diving into like more story stuff. And
I'm really a fan too. It's like maybe we'll do more of this later, but like the way they're progressing the show right now is that like I don't know. I feel there's not a lot of explanation around the powers. Like, she has psychic power. It does psychic things. Yeah. Anything that any nerd would be like, yeah, that makes total sense. It's a psychic ability. Yeah,
that's a good point. They kind of
they're not really like going like hardcore and like most anime powers have like are bullshit, but they have like some bullshit explanation around them. Hers are just like, I got psychic powers that are ambiguous and do most psychic things, which is awesome. Yeah. His spirit powers are just the spirit drive essentially there. Yeah. But so I don't know. The lack of explanation can be a problem in anime sometimes when they're not done well, but in this case, it's actually bolstering the show. I think.
Yeah, it's almost like the way it is written. It's like you understand anime,
pretty much. Yeah,
like he's cursed with this thing inside of him. Of course, he has a transformation ability.
Yeah.
Why would you assume he would?
Yeah, it makes total sense that he would. I mean, I don't understand why you thought otherwise.
Yeah. But let's move on. So, determining order now. Either we go Shangra-La Frontier or Ray Zero.
Shangri-La Frontier.
Shangri-La Frontier. Okay. Shangri-La Frontier season.
It's 2. Yeah, it's 2. Episode 25, actually, though, so it continues on like Black Clover does.
I think it's 26, actually.
Never mind. Anyways, I love this show. I love how this show pretty much just was like, well, we're picking up right where we left off almost exactly. And it's spectacular. Mm-hmm. It was everything. When Shangri-La Frontier ended, it wasn't last anime cycle. It was the one before that, right?
It was no, yeah, wasn't it oh, you're talking about cycle, you mean like winter?
Yeah. Like
last January around there?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It was not that long ago that we had this.
It was not that long ago.
Which is amazing. It looks like they just once again, it looks like it looks like they did episode 25 and then just the next day continue drawing episode 26.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same animation. It's all awesome. It looks spectacular. And the characters are so good.
Yeah, I forgot how much I love the characters.
Right?
You gotta always love a Mool. Mool is just top tier. But man, I forgot about Mayasi. Mayasi?
Is that the Smith lady?
Smith girl? That's Bielik or Bellic or whatever her name is. Mayasi's the cat.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Amazing. I can't remember. I'll have to look up his name. He is incredible.
Also,
I forgot that he's like insanely strong.
Yes, and absolutely in love with the bunny.
Yeah,
the bunny Smith.
Yeah,
yeah. When he did his the dragon killer attack thing that he does, and Samuraku was like, so cool. Wait, my drops.
I know.
Which I think it's really funny in terms of like, I think it's very cool because it makes sense in my brain as a video game player that like, yeah, if you have the NPC do all the work for you, you should not be credited with the kill or something like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Essentially, that's what you had to do with that. That's what happened with that low level enemy. It's like any like tutorial Like, and when you're entering a new area of a game, a tutorial like thing, it'll be like, that character kills this thing. You don't get any of the drops, but you saw how it was done.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, and it was just cool.
It was just cool. His piercing attack as
Yeah,
well.
it was super awesome. And the golem they fought was cool, the exploding one. I love when it gets on his leg. So Raku and Bielik, I think it's Bielik.
I think you're right.
She's like, "Don't move, idiot!" And then she hits it with the hammer, and it goes flying. I was like, "That was cool." Yeah, it did start out with like a 5 minute of like, here's everything that happened last time, and I'm like,
whatever.
I'm like, we don't need this.
I skipped past that.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
100%. Yeah, but it was fun to see the.
I totally forgot about the lore, dude. Though.
Yeah.
Because like I forgot because I watched the opening because they had Shangra-La Frontier always has a good opening.
Yeah.
This one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, and I was like, oh wait, they showed that pink hair girl, and I totally forgot that person existed, and I was like, ooh, new character. Oh my god, we don't even have this on.
Oh no.
And then I forgot when he started
the
talking.
deep voice.
Yeah. It's so deep.
That is yes. It's so deep. It's such an old man talking. I have friends that play these characters too, so like I died laughing seeing it again.
Who plays those characters?
Roland plays a lot of women characters, and most of his avatars are women. I don't know.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
It's a smaller hint box.
Couldn't tell you. Anyways, so I did enjoy that whole like, yeah, I'll work with you, no problem. But maybe you talk to my friend the player killer first. It's like he was like, how about no? And then bailed pretty much. That was great. I'm pretty sure the lore guy is in real life, not real life, in real game life in Shangra-La Frontier, is married to the head of the guild that's hunting down the wolf that he's associated with, the Night Slayer. I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
I think so.
I think we've seen her before.
I think so.
Yes.
And I want to know what the orchestra is.
I forgot about the orchestra. I forgot about the orchestra. all the what are they called again? They're Colossi, the Colossuses. Colossi is my So the Colossuses. There's like 7 or something like that.
This episode is just a classic, and I love when anime does this. When they come back from a season, like a new season, unless you're on My Hero, Thralls, where you're like in the main ending arc. But I love when anime does this. They give you that episode. I know this is just continuing off the last season, but it's just an episode of like, remember the show?
Yeah.
This is what it's about. And it's like nothing too crazy. You're just getting thrown back into the fun and all that kind of stuff.
Having a good old time. Some stories stuff will get dropped here, but like for the most part, just like, this is how Sanraku works. This is how his NPCs work, and this is the world again.
Yeah, and
so
it's great.
Fantastic. Yes, I'm so excited for him to go spelunking in that dungeon. I know, because the ending of this episode was the best part of this episode.
They're not gonna kill him.
They're not gonna kill him. No, they're not gonna kill him at all. But they're gonna give him hell, and that's gonna be even funnier.
Yeah, for not inviting them. That's all it is. That's so all it is.
They're so mad about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Pencil Gun and I can't remember the monk kid's name. Who's also playing a woman.
Yeah, but that's completely different.
Yeah,
he's cool.
He is cool. Anyways,
why can I not remember his name?
I don't know.
It took us forever to get his name down.
It really did. It's gonna, and I think it'll snap this time when we hear it, but I don't remember it.
It is so funny though, as I love the opening and everything, but like they do like these they do it like 2 or 3 times where it shows like the characters like transforming into their like Shangra-La Frontier character.
Yeah,
and every single time I'm like, wow, Pencil Gun, you changed so much.
I know, yeah. It's just her face still. It's exactly her face. Oh, my goodness. Reminds me of the Shangri-La mini theater they had a while ago where it was like all the player characters who just put her face on her to be her, essentially. And just like, it looks just like her, but with slightly darker hair. So,
but yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad that they're going down in that little dungeon with them.
Me too. I was like, and like, part of a new season, he's on his own little side quest adventure. I thought it was going to be like the, the crystal scorpions like last time, where those were an episode or 2 on his own. And I was like, that's fine. But I really do miss the trio, and the trio's going to be here anyway.
And the other thing is, like, I understand why he's doing it, but I really want them to be, like, involved in, like, with the bunnies and stuff.
Everything,
and And they want to so bad.
They're trying to, he's, like, desperately trying to hide the story from them because he's got one up on them right now.
Mm-hmm.
What he wore a mule as a backpack into that meeting one time. Idiot.
It just pretended like nothing was going on.
I know. I like how like as the show goes on, because he's collecting more and more NPCs here, he's progressively just getting worse at hiding them. Like even mentioned when he was talking to the lore guy, he would like the lore guy clearly knew something was under that shroud, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure knew what I was hiding, but I mentioned the player killer, so he ran away." It's like, so you're just admitting you're not even trying that hard.
Well, no,
anymore.
he said that he didn't say anything because it was the first time they met, so he didn't want to be. He's like, I assumed he didn't want to be rude.
Fair. But Sunrocket once again is just admitting that he's not even trying that hard to hide the NPCs anymore. No.
God, I missed him and Amul.
Yeah, they are quite the duo.
Great. Like when I just like he did something. He did some attack. I don't know what it was. Amul just cuts to Amul and was like, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I know. That sword he has now too is pretty sick.
Yeah,
I know
decapitating one.
The decapitator.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned that it's like it's not really my thing, but like because he does twin blades, but still like dude, it's awesome to have. Though.
It is cool.
And he said it was good. It was good practice.
Oh man, we should have seen that they were gonna show up at the end because he has a whole scene where he's like purposely sent that guy off. They're like. And he's like, and then I'll be in this vault and I get to play with everything myself.
Yeah, I
know. So they should have seen that come up. They were like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, they were just going to track him down too. They knew. They're part of a guild still too of their own, right? They formed that at the end of last season, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's a scene where they're all in the bar after the Weatherman fight, and then that one kid shows up, tries to talk to them. They're just like, no, and they all run away. I think they formed a guild technically because they made Pencilgon the guild master.
Oh yeah, now I remember names, that.
To try and figure out the Colossi or something.
That used to be such a great sequence, but it would just cut to them at the tavern talking. Just because it'd always be funny. But yeah, this season's gonna be a good one as always.
Yeah, as always, and we can't not mention the mini at the end.
Yeah, no, we're definitely talking about the mini. The mini was incredible.
It was fantastic. I love that shopkeep lady. She is. Yeah. There's not a bad so far, not a bad character in the show at all. Like every character that comes on, I'm just like, I want more of you every single time. Yeah, even that stupid little market bunny that they have.
Oh, that one's hilarious.
Yeah, I know, he's great, right?
I was like, but then I was like, even the characters from the beginning, there was like the couple.
Yeah, that's true. They were great.
She's like, attackers like, well, no,
little town. But no, the mini was fantastic. I just love how like the shopkeep lady is like. I want to help this young gamer couple happen so badly, but she is so hard to work with.
Yeah, she won't do anything.
Whatever, Siger Zero, that's her character's
name. Yeah, I can't remember
right?
her actual name.
I don't care. The video game names are the only ones that matter. I don't remember Sunrock was actually name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Yeah.
But then when she did that, there's even one point where just like, she broke character to say like, yeah, I don't see you doing much right now anyways. And she was like, should you be staying in character? It's like, yeah. Just to sell another game though.
Yeah, and then I love that she's like, what he's like, I can't believe you got this. She's like, yeah, I thought I'd sell like 2. Because for him and then her.
Exactly, yes. Fantastic. I missed the
Looks like she's going to be in it more, which is good.
Yeah, what, the shopkeeper or Siger Zero?
Siger Zero.
Yeah, let's go. She's in the opening, right? Yeah, so fantastic.
A lot.
Amazing character, so let's go. And I want to see her crazy forms go off.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, in the opening, she did her like shadow form, whatever.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Inverse form, whatever. Yeah. That's super cool move. Excited for it. Oh, I know her and Pencil are going to hate each other. It's going to be so funny.
I know, it's so exciting. But great episode. Shangra-La Frontier. So happy they came back so fast.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to Ray Zero season.
This is season 3 now?
Yes.
Yeah, season 3. So this was obviously this is a way better episode than the last one in my opinion, because stuff happened a lot more.
This is my episode of the week.
You think, really?
I fucking love this.
This was a really good episode. I
thought this episode
agree with you.
rocked.
This was a great episode. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I might agree with you. I really like Dan to Dan though.
Dan to Dan was really good. Yeah, that's fair. That's there. But I was like, this is just like it was like classic Ray Zero, just so classic. Like die, horribleness. Try to figure it out, and then it was even cooler stuff like Reinhard coming in, doing his thing, and then that didn't work, and then. It was, I don't know. Just
no, it was. You're 100% right. I like the formula they went with on this one too. It's that like they pretty much did. So the last 2 seasons, it was die through half the season, and then figure out what you're like. Then figure out the thing. This one, they pretty much just like miniaturized it for us real fast. It's die really fast in the span of 10 minutes, and then actually managed to beat. Well, sort of beat the Archbishop. Yeah. Not going well. But that was great. I don't know. It's such good storytelling that every time he died, we learned just a little bit more about her power and what she was all about and shit, which was just fantastic. Like the fact that you just like, where it seems like it's a proximity thing. Like if you're near her power in any way, it chains on. Even if you're like near people who are possessed, it chains onto you. and then you just feel everything they feel or she feels, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's what she feels, but she feels everything you feel. It's like, and so if she's feeling what everyone else is feeling, then you're feeling what everyone else is feeling too.
Yeah, it's the whole chain mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing.
Yeah, it's one of those infinite chains.
They also did like that. What I love in Re:Zero, which is like kind of like you don't see much of it. You didn't see. I just feel like you didn't see much of it towards the end of last season, understandably so, because like crazy stuff was happening. But like the scene where she freaking hangs him, and he falls. What great!
All his fingers.
Yeah, that was great art. Like that is like his fingers fell. But the scene where she licks the kid's eyeball, I was like,
oh, these arch bishops are horrible.
Did like how though she is Wrath.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she wanted
did.
Amelia's fucking head on a platter.
Oh my God.
I wonder. Do you think maybe like? You think it's like sloth or something, or maybe greed that she's like pissed about? Because Amelia's saying that, so Wrath hated Amelia, saying that she stole like her husband or some shit like
killed
that.
him.
Killed him. So like, if it was that sloth, like the Archbishop of the Sloth in the last, in the first
Amelia
season,
killed him?
I think Subaru technically did. Yeah, maybe Subaru did. So maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, I have no idea then.
Or no, because
I don't know.
Greed showed up.
Greed did show up, and he's like,
Also,
for his
God,
70s
the show is so much better when Amelia can fight. Because she was looking cool.
That fight was sick.
That was like
Flames versus ice. Ooh.
it was really nice animations too.
Yeah,
it was very smooth and nice. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I liked. I thought that was fantastic. The way Wrath fought was like the one thing I've been always worried about this show since it got its season 2. And it hasn't failed me ever once, is that I was worried that after season 1, this show's animation was going to go like into the trash because I thought they were going to switch studios and all this stuff or something. But this show's animation has stayed fire the entire time.
And very consistent.
The detail and the fact that she had 2 different types of flames that were just slightly different colors and when they mixed was another color was fantastic.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was such good animations. Amelia's attacks were great too.
Yeah, it looked really beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
the entire fight.
And it wasn't like, this is one thing I was really thinking watching this episode. Not everything needs to be, Galaxy Impact or, Uzi versus whatever from...
Oh, the Upper 6?
Yeah. Or like, what the hell is his name? From JJK.
Sukuna versus Maharaga?
Yeah, Maharaga. It doesn't all need to be like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we could just do the classic, like smooth looking animation.
Yeah.
But that's what this was. It was just like very smooth. It was very clean and wasn't a million crazy moves, but it was like, it just looked good.
The entire time.
Yeah. So I feel like studios are like, for some reason, they're giving us Blue Lock crap.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing I sent you?
I've not seen it. No, you sent me something recently about it. I didn't check it out. I'll check it out right now.
Dude, it
looks bad. That's so sad.
It's not even even close to good.
Really?
It's like stop motion.
Ooh.
It's a sports anime.
That's so sad. Season 1 of Blue Lock, to get off topic, Season 1 of Blue Lock was really good. I didn't finish it. I hate soccer. I can't get into it. I keep trying. It doesn't work. I'm so sorry, people like soccer, but it's a terrible sport. Anyways, Blue Lock's a good anime, the first season at least. The animation is awesome, but it's so sad to hear. That can kill a show like that too.
I didn't send you the one. Maybe I saved it, but there's this guy, he's like, here's something you didn't need to hear today, blah, blah. And he's like showing Blue Lock's animation, how garbage it is. He's like, clearly this anime was animated by people who work at a studio that's comfortable and nice. They go to work from 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, and that's it. We don't need that anymore. He's like, I regret saying what I said before. Put him in a basement.
Get him animating. Get him on those 18-hour shifts. Jeez.
Because he's like, if we're getting this shit.
The market decides.
Dude, they literally have a part where like it does like a peel away of like transition you'd see in PowerPoint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'll check this out. This video. That's
it's
horrible.
But anyways, Re:Zero is a good example. I'm like, it doesn't need to be a master class of animation every time.
Yeah.
If it's just this level good
and smooth and fine,
that's fine. That's all you need. Like, you don't need to like do anything crazy.
Yeah, nothing nuts.
But what I loved, man, Reinhardt is so strong.
He really is. Okay, so each time, Amelia, with Amelia and with Reinhardt, how like on edge where you were when these characters showed up? You're like, oh, don't die, please don't die. You could probably die. I don't know. No, but when Reinhardt showed up, first off, the animation for him was popping in. What? Such a fucking like golden boy superhero. Just like, I'm gonna do this crazy animation where I just run in and save the day.
And I mean, yeah, that sick line though. And she's like, the show is almost over. He's like, it's like about to come to an end. He's like, is it? then I better hurry up. And I'm like,
That was really
nice.
And the fighting he did, just like hand-to-hand combat against her. He's like, oh, she uses chains. How annoying. And then breaks them.
I know.
It's like,
Because he just won't use the sword. God damn it. Did you watch the opening?
it was good. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was sick. There's that.
We
that
got a lot of stuff coming this
I
season.
know. I'm pumped. That one
Wilhelm
scene,
going off.
I know. The one scene they had in the opening with that like, it was one of those classic ones that got me with Ray Zero. It was like him and Beatrice just like flying in the air, going like at Amelia and Greed. I was like,
Oh, yeah, that's a great scene.
I want to see that.
That's
so
the
bad.
ending. That's ending.
That's it. Yeah, okay.
Ending of the opening.
Nice. Nice.
But
So,
it looks like so many of the witches cool are about to show up.
I wonder if most of them are there because they were talking about gluttony too.
It looks like it's about to be like an all-out war within the small town. And I'm like,
I'm so excited to see that. What I really we got a lot in this episode. I understand that's your episode of the week. We got a lot in it.
So good.
Like even Beatrice pointing out, it's like if Reinhardt shows up, it's such a good little detail.
Yeah.
It's like when he shows up, he's just this amalgam. This impossibility of a human being. When he shows up, all the mana in the area just obeys him, and like doesn't like anyone. It makes sense because that checks out because when he showed up and fought the witch, the archbishop. She didn't use her flame powers.
No, yeah.
Probably because she couldn't.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So, and I don't think
That's
what
cool.
she does with the eyes is technically like, I think, I don't know. I think whatever the witches can do, their special little quirks are outside of magic.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
like
why she can still use that.
That's almost like a dark magic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like something outside the laws of nature. So it's like Reinhardt's it's literally so badass. He just like makes the area obey him because he is badass as shit.
I just love when characters know they're so much stronger than the thing they're fighting. But man, when I totally forgot to because when Subaru's like, he's like, don't kill her. I was like, why don't you want her? I was like, what's gonna happen? And then she cuts her, and they all get cut. I was like, thank God Subaru was in this.
I know, yeah.
Because if this just happened and it didn't affect Subaru,
Reinhardt would be broken. That would have shattered him, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, great guy, love Reinhardt, but man, I don't think he could take an emotional hit like that.
No.
Or in general.
Subaru can, because
Subaru has.
a billion times.
In timelines that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So
when he it was funny that I think it was the second time he died, when he just fell forward and hit the barn in the forehead. And they're like, "What the heck?" I did like though that Beatrice and Amelia like instantly recognized. They're like,
yeah, it's good.
They're like, oh, he just died and came back.
Yeah.
Like something's going on.
It just shows like depth to the shows that they know him well enough now. When Amelia showed up the last time too, I was like, oh, you really shouldn't be here, but this is so sweet.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I think I'm just like getting like PTSD from the show where like Amelia showed up. I'm like, Amelia, what the hell are you gonna do? And then she pulls out a sword. I'm like, I totally forgot you're cool now.
Yeah, exactly. After last season, she became cool.
Yeah, and it was awesome. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
the show is so much better when Amelia's cool.
That is facts. Yeah. As opposed to when she like in the first season, when she sucked
and then just a dick to Subaru.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
for loving her.
Yeah, annoying. Annoying. I
remember. And incredibly depressed because he only died 1,000 times.
1,000 times. I know she doesn't know that, but still.
Yeah. Well, at the time she didn't. Yeah.
She still doesn't know he's dying all the time, does she?
I don't think she does.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't know. I think isn't she supposed to be the witch of
She's supposed to be a witch, isn't she? Yeah.
Isn't she supposed to be the witch, the big bad one that everyone's like scared of?
She was.
What's it called?
I don't remember.
It's the witch of something. It's like it's different. It's not like
that's what happens when you have anime come out so far apart.
Yeah, it's not like I don't think it's a cardinal sin like the rest of them. It's like the witch of envy. No, maybe it's envy. I don't know. Regardless,
yeah,
because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be her in the future. Maybe that's why he keeps coming back to life, and because we saw her in season 2.
Yeah,
and unless that was just
supposed to be her.
Someone that looked exactly like her in black.
And she's like keeping him alive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that.
At the same time,
Sue really dropped the ball on asking that one questions.
Did imply that there has been other worlders.
He did, yeah, that's facts, yeah. So I wonder.
That does add to the other worlder effect.
It does, if it could be.
What if it was another witch?
Oh, maybe. What if another worlder started the witch cults somehow?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
That other world is clearly dead. But like,
it's like he said, it was like 500 years ago. So yeah, definitely, yeah.
But Reinhardt's fight was cool. I want to see Beatrice do some badass shit.
Me too. Yeah, we've wanted that in season 1 though. Like I know her and Subaru had their season 2 stuff, but like she's so much stronger than that. She's better than that.
And like even though it's like it shows you what a credit to the show is that the main character doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
In fights, like can't do anything like ever.
Yeah.
But you're still like you're still loving it.
I know. I did enjoy when he was like, "Oh, I can use Shamrock. I can do something awesome." And they get there, it's like, "Nah, it's gonna be useless." It's like, son of a bitch.
I did love just the personality change off of Wrath, like from like, "Oh, love," and you're love, and it sees me as like, "Fuck you."
I know. It's some. Well,
it's
some
like this is a completely different personality.
Yeah, it's some weird perversion of the. I mean, it's a really good story. It's some weird perversion of the Witch of Wrath we met in season 2. Like she's like super nice individual. I don't know what the hell she did exactly. They all have some story that made them the witches that they are. But like super nice individual. But this one, but clearly loves too much or something like that, or is too affectionate. And this one is just like the inversion of that. It's like she loves everyone but wants to kill everybody. So it's like craziness.
Then Greed showing up was great.
I wasn't expecting.
Also, great line is like, I was like, oh my god, why is he so obsessed with her? Like blah blah blah. He's like, I'm going to make her my wife. I was like, first of all, I was like, Subaru's face was kind of like, I was like, Subaru's gonna kill this guy. So
yeah, so he is
my 78th wife. I was like, oh,
you son of a bitch.
I was like, you are Greed, so I guess that makes sense.
Yes,
but like, gross.
And he's wanted her since she was a kid, which is gross. But you know,
what are you, Muhammad?
Jeez. But yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, so
don't clip that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they do. I don't know. It's gonna be. I think like I don't know. I was very surprised Greed showed up at the end because like I know they mentioned him over and over again. And I saw him in the opening, but he was there. I was like, oh, this show just changed dramatically.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I didn't think he'd be showing up this soon.
No, neither did I. Neither did I.
Like in like an effective way.
Yeah, I actually thought Subaru was gonna have to reset himself when the witch started burning Amelia.
Yeah, like he would have to kill himself.
Yeah.
Unalive himself.
I don't know.
But this episode was just like, I was just, the entire time watching it, I was like, man, this is so good. It's just a good show. Like, it's just nailing it.
Facts. So, yeah, fire stuff.
And then...
We have One Piece next?
No, we have 2 more anime.
We still have 2 more anime? What the hell else we have?
Dragon Ball.
Ah, Daimyo, yeah.
Okay, so this is how this is going to work. Obviously, One Piece is taking a break till April 2025.
Yeah, so we're going to review the manga, of course.
Yeah, we're going to review the manga. We'll talk about this. We're gonna, well, why don't we talk about One Piece all together?
Sure.
So let's do Dragon Ball Daimyo.
Yeah.
We're only going to be reviewing this every 3 weeks because it's Dragon Ball. So like,
it's not a ton to talk about. In my opinion, it's first episode. We'll see. Maybe if the second episode's wild and they start doing a bunch of shit, then we can start reviewing it. But like, I think 3 weeks is a good one. Mm-hmm. That's really good.
This episode is very good.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It just reminds me how much I love Dragon Ball the entire time. Like even when they were going through that recap at the beginning, like the villain, like you had to watch it because it gave like the villains explaining who they were and stuff throughout all of it. But it was like I'm watching, it's like, man, I feel such hardcore nostalgia right now watching this like on Toonami as when I was a kid and seeing Goku beat Boo again.
Yeah.
Like, oh man,
it was so fun watching that.
It was
so fun watching that because like, so I guess that's like when does this take place?
This takes place.
It's not.
So I think it's before. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll look into this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's another one of those like. Okay, so there's Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, but then there was Dragon Ball GT that went off of Dragon Ball Z. I think this might be doing that.
Yeah, because
I'm not 100%.
Because this is definitely before Ultra Instinct.
Yes, this is definitely before the Universe of Power happens.
Yeah. But one scene I absolutely love this episode is when the new Demon Lord there. I can't remember all the names right now, but they're like watching it and they see the Dragon Balls, and then I think it's Gohan who uses them. Or no, I can't remember who uses them. Whatever. The scene where they use the Dragon Balls, and the one guy goes, he goes, oh, based off the way they said that, doesn't seem like they're that hard to get together in that world. And I was like, yep,
pretty much. It was in Dragon Ball, and then they. That's once again, that's one of the reasons I love Dragon Ball Z. I love the Dragon Ball series so much. Is that like, whatever in Dragon Ball, getting the Dragon Balls was a thing. That was a whole. That was like that was a big part of the story and all that stuff. And then Dragon Ball Z, it's like, nah, we got a scanner. We'll get them every year. It's fine. No problem. Yeah. Let's make sure we just get a wish in every year. It's like, that's the best part about it. It's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's have bigger problems out there than just getting the Dragon Balls now. That's fantastic.
I just love that they pointed it out. I was like, must not be that hard to get them in this world. I was like,
and
nope.
It's not at all, as demonstrated when they showed up in it.
I know. And the Namek there just like immediately.
Yeah. Like, it's like, ooh. I did, before
the kid's just like, I'm not going to tell you the password. And I'm like, It's not a tough one.
No.
It's just Rise Shinra.
Yeah. And grant my wish.
It's literally just what you're doing.
You guys, you couldn't even put it in like Namek, could you? You had to do English, didn't you? Or Japanese. That's so funny.
That's the only tough thing about this is like I only have ever watched any Dragon Ball anything dubbed, so I forgot like that this isn't dubbed. So right when Goku spoke, I was like, bah!
Throws you off. It's such
Goku's Japanese voice is just the worst.
It is terrible. It is terrible. I think what's supposed to be childlike and wonder.
Doesn't ruin the show, but it's just the worst.
But his dub voice is way better.
It's perfect.
Way better. Yeah, for that Jack dude he is. Oh, it's fantastic. But I have missed Goku and Vegeta for a while now. Since Super ended a while ago. I don't know. I think they're making more right now or something like that. But since Super ended, I mean, I really have just missed those two just going at it for the hell of it.
Oh yeah,
fantastic sparring fight scene.
It's fantastic sparring fight scene. It was dope. And we definitely had to review it too because this is the last works that
Akira Toriyama
made. So it's gonna be all.
He really wanted to turn Goku back. He there's Dragon Ball GT, which didn't do too hot. I don't know I don't.
Maybe that's.
I don't know if he wrote that one or not, but like
maybe that's why because it's like Dragon Ball GT didn't do well.
Yeah, but he wants Goku to be a kid again so badly.
I don't know.
He was like, I missed the good old days of just writing Dragon Ball.
So like Trunks and Gohan gonna be babies?
Apparently, yeah. I was always hoping there was gonna be regular kids still, but Trunks and Gohan are overpowered still. So
I forget. I can't remember who called Trunks short in this episode. Someone called him short. I can't remember. I was like, well, you're really short. I was like,
maybe I don't know. That's a good question.
It wasn't Gohan. It was someone else. But I was just like,
oh, it was Krillin. And then he sit back and like, you want to talk?
Oh yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah, because Krillin's a shorty too.
Yeah, and then Goku's like, he's like, Saiyans take a while to get tall, but
at 15 they get a growth spurt and all that shit. Yeah, which I guess stays in line with Dragon Ball because there was one scene where he's like an adult at one point after a time skip.
And then Kid Goku's like 2 feet tall, so
yeah, that's true. Yeah. he's like a monkey.
Yeah, he's super tall.
I can't. Hope he gets his tail back. That'd be hilarious.
I think he does.
Does he?
I think it's
that'll be hilarious because then he transforms under the moon.
Oh yeah.
Well, they haven't had to deal with that in a long time since Dragon Ball. That's gonna be insane. One character I really enjoyed was the demon doctor that just popped out. Yeah, where she just came out of nowhere, talked, and then left, and they were like, we'll get the Dragon Balls, and she was back there again. Yeah, it was
they're like, we'll make them turn into kids because that's a good, we're not getting rid of them. And then she's like, that's a genius idea.
Yeah,
and that's all. And they're like, oh, okay. I love this Demon Lord King.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's clearly
fantastic.
A boob.
Yeah, every single step of it, and the Kai that's with him is too.
Yeah,
whatever he's supposed to be. I like how they're all related too. It's like there's the Supreme Kai is his older brother, and then he's the younger brother, and then I don't know if that blue kid's a Kai that we keep seeing will be in the next episode or just a random demon, but it was cool.
He's definitely. No,
I don't think he's a guy. I don't think his skin.
He looked different.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. He didn't have the pink skin tone that the rest of them do.
I did like the ship transporter thing.
The fish?
The fish. That was like funny as hell.
You're taking too long. You asked a question. I do enjoy how the Demon King guy just like, well, it's kind of, this is not unlike how GT started. Like, I think it was the villains in Dragon Ball, the small ones. They got the Dark Dragon Balls, made their wish, and they wished like everyone young or some shit. Trying to make themselves young, I think, but they ended up making Goku young somehow.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember exactly how that happened. It's been a long time since I've seen GT.
I've never seen GT.
It's pretty much almost exactly like how that happened. It's like some small character walked up and got some small character, probably really weak, got the Dragon Balls and made a really important wish. I like how Shenron, he was like, I can't tell if anything's wrong with this, so I'm gonna grant it, but I'm keeping my eye on this one.
I did like when he's like, make them children, and he's like, what age? It's like, first graders, and he's like, what about the people who are already children? He's like, you're really particular, baby. I love how he just expected to be like, make them children, like that was it.
That was it.
I was like, what?
I'm so curious to know what his other 2 wishes are going to be.
I know.
Yeah, well, one was to find that thing for the demon realm, but the third wish, I guess, that the Kai wanted. I want to see what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe take a crack at his older brother or something like that.
I don't know. It's going to be. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a really fun watch.
Yeah. Like, I forgot how much of a little bitch Dandin. I think it's Dandin. Dandin is the Namekian who's now like God.
Oh, he's such a bitch.
Yeah, he's the new Kami.
Yeah,
just like he's such a little bitch. Has been since they met him.
I know.
A great character, love him, but he's like you, Mr. Popo, are just like, why don't we have a real guard up here somewhere? Like,
he just runs, he's like, stop! And
I
he just
know.
immediately
I
just gets
won't-
wrecked. And
I
he's
know.
like, do you want some juice?
Exactly. It's like, he's like, dude, you're like, you have Kami's old spot. You should at least be like trying to get more powerful, dude. But he's not. He's not at all.
No, he's just like, meh. Always this.
Like, why is Piccolo not up there? Like,
always the
24/7?
little Namecs are always like, I always feel like they're always bitches.
They really are. Yeah. Well, other than Piccolo, most Namekians are. Like,
Yeah,
I know there was some ones like Nail or something that put up a fight against Frieza, or tried put up a fight. Threw their bodies at Frieza and was badass in that way, but I was like, come on, you're slightly better than humans at this point, guys. Like, slightly better. Was cool to see there from the Demon Realm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, somehow, and they got to Planet Namek somehow. I don't know how that works, but still.
I think it's gonna be. I think this one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really excellent. Like,
Next episode is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
When like, it's. I mean, immediately it's just gonna be Goku and Vegeta yelling at each other.
Yeah,
but-
it's gonna be great. Yeah, I did enjoy the animation of like how they start turning to the kids. It was like, whoa,
Yeah.
what's this trip, man? That was fantastic. But yeah, Dragon Ball Daimyo, great start so far. I'm excited to see how it goes. We actually had a lot more than I thought that we'd be able to talk to about this episode. So maybe I'm just totally wrong on this, but we'll see. We'll see how the next episode.
like you
the
said,
next...
if it picks up, like
Yeah.
we can keep going.
Yeah,
But,
sounds good to me. But we better keep this moving because we have been in here a while.
Yep. So and then moving on to spoiler alert, the One Piece segment.
Yeah, it was most One Piece mangas in here though. Chapter 1129.
Yeah. So
But first the episode, as we've been doing.
it's the last episode until April
Till
2025.
April, yeah, because they want to. I read somewhere it's not because they're catching up to the manga. It's because they want to make the animation like balls out to the walls, going nuts.
Yeah, because I thought about it before we even talk about what a ridiculous statement that is.
I know, right?
I did think about that because I did see a lot of people like, oh, they're catching up to the manga, and then like I thought about it watching. I was like, they're not even close. To
Exactly. They have
because like Kuma's backstory.
the stuff that
we're in
what is
spoiler
spoiler
mode,
mode, spoiler
spoiler
mode, yeah.
mode. The
When the
Gorosei,
Gorosei showing up
yeah.
and all that stuff, Egghead itself, like
There's so much
shit to do
There's
still.
so much shit.
And like the way the anime actually milks friggin' chapters is that like
Yeah.
the friggin' Harmony Impact this episode took forever, and like what Harmony Impact is literally like 2 frames.
What's Harmony Impact?
The thing that Kobe does.
Honesty Impact.
Honesty Impact.
That's
because I think Honesty Impact's kind of a dumb name.
it makes sense for Kobe though,
I guess it does.
because he's all about honesty.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
Harmony Impact's worse. That sounds
I
like
think
that
the
sounds like
you know
a
what?
bunch
I
of
think the
flower
entire
tryers.
naming scheme
There
is
you go.
terrible.
There you
How
go.
about
Except
that
for
one?
Garp.
Well, Garb's is cool. That's what I was hoping. I literally just wanted Kobe to do a Galaxy Impact. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that honestly.
That's
was
like
really
let's just do what your master did.
Yeah, that
That's
was
cool.
cool.
But regardless, the overall episode was great for Helmeppo, great for that Clay guy, and great for Cody. Like Kobe.
I mean, the best part of this episode isn't. I don't even think Honesty Impact.
Which one? What
I
was
think
the
it's
part?
that Galaxy Divide.
That was really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Garp did that.
Yeah.
When it's just another Galaxy Impact, pretty much.
Pretty much, but it's super cool.
It's super cool. It's super cool. I did enjoy Garp's little speech though, how like they're all the future of the Navy, keep moving on. I love characters like that who just like realize like, yeah, my time in the sun is done, so I'm gonna make sure the rest of the guys have some good like time to go.
And they try to make like Kuzan like try to make you feel for him a little bit, and I'm like, I don't.
I don't at all. Although that might, who knows if that eventually bites us in the ass and he's some double agent for like Garp.
That is possible.
It's 100%. I'm not ruling anything out. I'm not ruling out that he could somehow make Blackbeard a good character. It's Ichiro Oda.
Yeah, but like what? How?
I don't know, man.
There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way to us.
Yes, to us mere
Yeah,
plebs.
exactly.
Like, there's no way.
But to Oda, who knows? He might be able to find maybe Blackbeard's backstory is so insane that it could change the tide on us.
Watching this
And
episode,
Luffy talked no jutsus him.
yeah, that's right. Luffy doesn't really do that.
No, he doesn't. He just punches really
Yeah,
hard.
I know. One thing about this episode, because I know you sent me that one thing, which I don't know if you ever confirmed it or not, but it was like that Oda said he would continue One Piece after the One Piece is found.
I didn't confirm.
Blah,
I
blah.
don't know.
I was like, the only thing that I want them to do is like give us the prime pirate years, because I could watch Garp Garp
all
fight.
day
Heck,
long.
yeah,
Fight against Roger. That would be awesome.
I could watch a billion episodes of that.
Or the Rocks Pirates. Ooh, that'd be so good. So yeah, I agree. That'd be dope. I really don't want the One Piece Shippuden memes to be real.
No.
So like, it's been a long time. I think One Piece can end when we get the One Piece and the show is complete and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Luffy's story is complete.
I mean, the One Piece can just end. Like Oda, when he finishes like the story of One Piece, he doesn't need to make anything else.
Yeah, exactly, man. Retire onto your pile of money.
Unless it's approved by him, there should be no extensions of the show.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't see them as valid if they're
No.
not.
But let's And then next week looks like they're doing like a One Piece like
fan letter.
thing
I'm interested about that.
that looks like kind of like Disney-ish.
Yeah,
so,
I'm really interested about that.
So we'll definitely watch that and talk about that.
Yeah.
But the manga was great.
Yeah, 1129 was sick. This was a
really
great.
good.
We got to see who the sun god was and all that stuff.
So
Do you want to explain who he is now?
who is he?
Okay, you wouldn't know unless you read the cover stories for the One Piece stuff. His name is Road. He is the navigator for the new giant pirates. So like this is from like the Dressrosa. Like they're under Luffy, I think, if I remember right. Like they like did their little like. If I showed you their captain, you know who he is.
Okay, yeah.
But he clearly from this episode did not want to do
Manga.
that. Manga did not want to do that.
Yeah,
so that's
he
why
was
he's
mad
doing
about it
something.
because like,
Yeah.
how could you
They're
follow
so small and tiny.
humans?
Yeah.
And but he still likes to undress.
Yeah, I know. That's super weird. But anyways, that's who that is. His name's Road.
Okay.
Yes.
I did there's multiple things I liked in this manga, but one of them actually I really liked was when Nami used Zeus. And he goes, I didn't make that.
I know. This is the classic One Piece. We're just looking up and it's like, my monologue. And you're like, huh?
Yeah,
And then
it's like,
bam!
I didn't make that. What's that?
Yeah, what's that? That was great. I liked how he was complaining there too. It's like, you messed up my room. I mean workshop.
Yeah, I know.
And get all my pets. I mean guardians.
I know, yeah.
It
Like
was
I
like-
kept trying to change it to like,
Every time he came through, they're like, all your gods are dead, man.
yeah. Oh, he's like, the rabbit will stop them for sure. And then it's like, they're like, just let you know it's already dead. And he's like, what?
What? How are they doing this? I did enjoy it. It was cracking me up. It was, you know, One Piece villains. They're just like, struggle against the dying of the light sort of thing going on and all that jazz. Like, you'll never escape. And then it's like, of course.
Man,
Like,
immediately
would you even, did you even like read
I
the
know.
newspaper, dude?
Apparently, because he's like the ultra rare Luffy, the ultra rare Nami, the
guess
ultra
so.
rare considering them collectibles just so weird.
I mean, that's
if
just
you
it.
really think about it, like as like
That's
if there's-
messed up.
If there's a giant collecting people,
That's messed up.
Yeah,
and he was doing that.
Yeah,
Clearly.
yeah.
I wonder if they're still on the ship somehow.
I don't know because like
Well,
a
'cause
bird
this-
took him over there.
Yeah. Oh, and these aren't the new giant pirates. These are just
No,
the giants.
So I'm interested to see what happened. I mean, I think next manga chapter we'll probably see what happened.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Next
yeah,
one or
that'd be it,
two.
yeah. I like how it's Jinbei, Sanji, and Robin just hanging out on the giant ship still. It's like, where the hell did everyone go?
Sanji's there.
Oh, Sanji's with them. There's three people on the who's not
Jinbei,
there.
Brooke, and
Brooke,
and
that's
Robin.
it, yeah. And I was like, where the hell did Luffy go? Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, oh,
He's
definitely.
fine.
Definitely. Like, they're like, oh, be back.
Yeah, that'll be.
I'm interested
fine.
to see Jinbei's
Elbaf
Yeah.
outfit. I'm pumped for it too.
I did like the scene where he tries to catch him with the metal net and Zoro and Sanji are just like, good one.
Yeah, and then just they just break right out of it.
I
It's
do like Sanji being like, he's so mad he changed Nami's clothes. He's like, I'm going to kick this guy in the face.
gonna break this guy.
So I hope there's an episode, or I hope later in the story he does end up like kicking him in the face.
I have loved since pretty much since what, like Wano, Dressrosa area, like I know there's a lot of stuff in between.
Whole Cake was in between
Whole Cake in there as well. It's like, yeah, pretty much honestly maybe since like maybe Whole Cake forward. I do enjoy the start to all these One Piece arcs where they're just like the One Piece crew, all of them, compared to like the starting area, are just OP as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, even Usopp was firing off shit in there.
Yeah.
That, like, the guy was like, the bro was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That's a good point. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, they just easy mode this area every single time.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it throws every villain that like even starting villains just like, the fuck is going on, man?
I do like that. Yeah, that's a good point. I do like that.
Yeah,
I actually
it's
did
great.
like this villain too. I can't wait to hear his laugh because it's like da foo 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 foo
Yeah,
something like that.
when the giants laughs.
Yeah, it was like da foo 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 or
That'd be really
that's
good.
that's how I'm reading it that way.
Yeah.
But like I was like I kind of like this villain.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like Road a lot. He's
Yeah.
he's clearly gonna get his ass kicked real fast.
Oh yeah. But I like he's like he's like so poetic.
I know.
And it's just
yeah.
like it's so funny to like the dichotomy between the poetic like villain of like do we struggle in this and fate of environment and blah 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 blah. Then just Luffy's just like Kong punch. Like
I know. Hey, speaking of that, he can go Gear 4 now without going Gear 4, which is
That was
crazy.
cool.
That's like
He's called it Mini Gear 4.
That's a wild like addition to the power, which I love it. I mean, like, I know people say what you want about Bounce Man. I liked him, but like he's ridiculous.
Who doesn't
and it's
like
great.
Bounce Man?
I know there's people online that don't. I've read those comments.
What?
Like, yeah,
Batman's
they
a
don't
dope.
hate it. They just don't love the design for it. But like, I like it because Luffy's ridiculous.
I like
So,
Bounce Man more than I like Snake Man.
I disagree with that.
Really?
I like Snake Man way more.
I don't think
I think
Snake
Snake
Man's
Man's way
great.
cooler.
Really?
Snake Man.
Bounce Man is the coolest. Maybe I just love the scene where he first comes in.
Fair. That's fair.
So much.
Regardless, both gears are amazing.
yeah,
Both modes are amazing.
Yeah, so-
But people get annoyed with it. But I think it's just so cool now that he doesn't have to go all the way into it. He can just do it now. So it's like, once again, just showing with his awakened Nika fruit, he can just kind of do whatever he wants with his body and power now, which is awesome.
That's a good point. I did notice that. I thought he said, oops.
Oh, no.
I thought he said mini because he was short, but now I'm realizing he wasn't short to him.
Yeah.
But he said mini because it's like a mini Gear 4, which was dope.
Which is sweet.
One panel I did absolutely love. Like Usopp's like, we need to follow the map or blah blah blah. And Nami's like, just throws it. She's like, I remember it. Don't worry.
Yep. Hey, the navigator.
I know. I just love I love one thing that Usopp always brings to the table is like, you're all retarded.
Yep, exactly.
Like,
every single
you're
one.
You're all
of you.
insane.
You're all crazy people, and I am part of this crew all the way. Like,
and Chopper was just there just to be there.
That was great. Yeah, who doesn't love Chop though?
Oh my god, he's his outfit's incredible. I can't wait to see them all actually animated because then I can have a better opinion on them all.
I agree with that. Yeah. I don't think they'll be as colorful as we've seen in other ones, other arcs, but I think this will be great. I love Zoro's.
Zoro's
is a peak one right now.
And Luffy's, I'm really liking.
Luffy's is great. Just like it looks like he's a tourist.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, One Piece is great, and we'll keep reviewing the manga even when the anime is not going. So
yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.